we'll start in a comfortable seat. Everybody hear me okay?
Not quite.
Oh, I didn't mute you, that's why.
I really can hear you now.
Can you hear me now? Good. Then we come into a comfortable seat. Oof. You still hear me? Double thumbs up. Good. Right, so sit comfortably. Make your adjustments. If you're not by now finding a comfortable seat, or you're putting up with a seat that's not comfortable, adjust yourself. You can sit on a block, you can sit on a pillow, you could sit against the wall, but it should feel effortless, not straining through the lower back or holding onto your legs or anything, but just a comfortable, easy seat. Close the eyes or focus the gaze down onto one point. Take a big inhale through the nose. And then exhale out through the mouth. Allow the body to settle down. Feel the seat becoming heavier. And notice the incoming and the outgoing breath, your natural breath. Not changing it. Notice first where you are watching it. Where has your attention been drawn to? Maybe the belly or the ribs or the throat, the nose. Notice the speed of the breath. It's fast or slow, steady, uneven. The size of the breath. When we're doing this breath awareness, when the mind gets distracted, just acknowledge where it's gone off to and bring it back onto observing the breath. Notice where the breath is moving to, where you feel it. And then notice where you're not feeling it. We'll start to deepen the breath. So taking some bigger inhales, longer exhales. Each inhale, expanding the breath in all areas. And each exhale, letting the breath go fully, completely, We're going to sit for 5 breaths in silence. And as you're ready, let go of the deeper breathing and observe any shifts in the mind, in the body, in the breath. Bring the hands into prayer in front of the heart. Your opportunity to set an intention. Take an inhale together. Send out your intentions with your exhale. And release the hands down. Come forward to child's pose. Big toes to touch. Get the knees nice and wide. And sink the hips back towards the heels. If that's not comfortable for your knees, you can just keep the hips a little higher up. And take some forehead rolls on the mat. And some yawning stretches to release the jaw and the tongue. Start to find your smooth, even breath that we can use through the practice. We're going to come up to all fours. The wrists under the shoulders, knees under the hips, and fan the fingers out, those fingers spread wide. On your inhale, lift the gaze up, pull the chest through, let the belly sink down a little bit, and spread the sit bones for cow pose. Exhale, rounding into cat. Squeeze the belly in, tuck the chin to the chest, and push the mat away. Hold it here. And start to move with the breath. Inhaling to look up and lengthen. Exhale to round in. Keep going. We want this movement to feel smooth. If it feels stiff or a little bit clunky, you can move more slowly. Hold the stretch, take your time. Feel the full extension and flexion through the spine. Couple more times, couple more breaths. And we're going to settle into a neutral spine. So we press into the hands, lift into the shoulders, tuck the toes under and push back to downward facing dog. Lengthen the spine, sit bones lift up and back. Push the mat away. Sink the armpits down. And then pedal out your feet. Wiggle the hips, shake out the head. And then come to stillness here. On your inhale, lift up onto tiptoes. Exhale, heels down, press back. 2 more. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, heels down. 1 more time. Inhale, come up onto tiptoes, stay here. And then we're going to drop the heels over to the right. So you're on the outside edge of the right foot, the inside edge of the left foot. Keep pressing the hands into the mat. Lift your sit bones up. You can bend the knees as much as you need to. Inhale, back to center, heels high. Exhale, heels over to the left. Keep the shoulders square, looking back towards your feet. Come back to center, lift the heels up. Exhale, heels back and down. Inhale to your plank, knees up or down. Exhale, lower down onto your belly. 3 baby cobras. Inhale, lift the chest and the hands. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower. 1 more time. Inhale, lengthen from your tiptoes through to the crown of the head. Exhale, release. Inhale, come up through the knees or plank. Exhale, back to down dog. On an inhale, lift the right leg up. 3-legged dog. Bend the right knee. Open the right hip, point your knee up to the ceiling. Right knee up, left heel down. Inhale, extend the right leg, 3-legged dog, square off the hips. Exhale, knee towards the nose and step the right foot through. Drop the back knee down, holding it in a low lunge. Either hands on the mat or grab your blocks. Couple of breaths here. Now pull back to half splits. Pull the hips back over the back knee and turn the right toes up to the ceiling. You might start off with the knee really bent, then wriggle that right heel forwards any amount. Inhale, lift and lengthen out of the waist. Exhale, tilt forwards. Just looking for that stretch through the back of the right leg. And there's always the option here to dial the toes out to the right. See how that feels. On your next inhale, rock back into your low lunge. Left hand comes under the left shoulder on the mat or block. Right hand reaches up. Reach up. As you reach up, press into this bottom hand. Now you can stay just like this. If shoulders are tight, just rest that right hand on your right hip. The option to add in the quad stretch, bending the left knee, bring the left heel in towards you. And this might be just what you need. Or if you want to add on, bring the right hand to the left foot. And wherever you are, we're twisting, turning to the right. Breathe into wherever you need it. And release both hands down. Tuck the back toes, step back to a 3-legged dog, right leg up and back. Give it a shake out. And release to down dog. Now you can choose, you can stay here or you throw in the vinyasa, that's optional. High plank on your inhale. Exhale, bend the elbows, lower down. Inhaling for cobra. Exhale, move back to down dog. So when we're moving through the practice, you rest when you need to, modify when you need to, play with the variations that you like. Second side, inhale, lift your left leg up, three-legged dog. Bend the left knee, open the hip, the left hip stacking over the right, left knee lifting up to the ceiling, square off the shoulders. If that right hamstring is tight, then bend the right knee. Kick out through the left heel, square the hips. Exhale, knee towards the nose, rock forwards, step the left foot through. Release the back knee down, low lunge, second side. If you are using blocks, use them on a useful height. If you're using them to bring the ground up to you, not having them on a flow setting so you're still kind of on your fingertips. Use them as high as you need to. Just a couple more breaths here. Pull back to half splits. So wherever you are with the left leg, the left foot is flexed. The knee can be bent, but the foot is flexed, pointing toes up to the ceiling, not to the top of the mat, because then there's no stretch. And then fold in any amount. Find the stretch through the back of the leg. The option to dial the toes out to the left. You can hold it there, or you could fan them side to side. Come back into the lunge. Right hand down, left hand reaches up, twisting. Stay here or start to bend your right knee. Bring that heel in towards your butt. See if you can bring the left hand to the right foot. Again, the block is very useful here. Some days that is quite available. Other days it's just not going to happen. And that's fine. 2 more full breaths. Turning to the left, opening up through the chest. Then look down, place both hands down, kick back to a 3-legged dog. Left leg up and back. Shake it out. Releasing to down dog. You can rest here or take child's pose, or we move through the flow, inhaling to a plank. Exhale, bend the elbows, come down. Inhaling cobra or up dog, tops of the feet down. Exhale, shift back to down dog. Close the eyes. Take 3 breaths. On your next exhale, look forwards and make your way to the top of the mat. Step or walk or hop. Take a halfway lift. Hands come onto the shins. Press the palms into the shins and make the spine long. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Stick your bum out. On your next exhale, fold forwards. A little bend in the knees. Let the head go. And the option to interlace the fingers behind the back. Give the head a shake, yes or no. If you've got the interlace, pull the knuckles up towards the ceiling. If the shoulders will allow, then the hands come overhead, maybe. If you want to add on a little bit, try and squeeze the heels of the hands together. Maybe, it's all optional. 2 more breaths. Release the hands down. Take the feet to the edges of the mat for a squat. High squat, low squat, sitting on your block squat. Or maybe you're having a go at crow. Up to you. 5 breaths. Follow each breath in and each breath out. On your next exhale, we'll meet in a standing forward fold. Release the hands down, let the head go, heel toe the feet towards each other. On your next inhale, either curling up very, very slowly or coming up with a long spine, whatever feels better for your back. You can take your time. When you finally come up, shoulders and head lift up. And we'll take a big inhale and stretch the arms high. Take an interlace at the top and flip the palms. Press the palms up. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, lean over to your right. Press the upper arms in towards the ears. Shift the hips over to the left. Keep pressing into your feet. Breathing into the left side. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, flow to your left. Big arc up through the right side. Lift the chin up, open the throat. Inhale, come back up, release the fingers up. Exhale to cactus the arms, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart, be still, don't fidget. Come back to your breath. And remember your intention. Release the arms by the sides. We'll flow through sun salute A. Inhale to reach up, look up. Exhale to forward fold, either prayer down the center line or swan dive. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale, hands down, step back to a plank, knees up or down. Take an inhale here. Make sure the hips are not sagging. Lift them up. Exhale, lower down. Inhaling for cobra, press into the hands, peel the chest up. Exhale, shift back to downward facing dog for 3 breaths. Press into the hands, shift the weight back. Knees can be bent any amount. On your next exhale, look forwards. Step or a little hop to the top. Halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Rising up, inhale. And we keep moving, forward fold with your exhale. Halfway lift, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, back to your plank. Big inhale here. Everything is strong from your toes to the crown of the head to your hands. Exhale, lower down. All the way onto your belly. Arms by the sides for locust. Press the palms down. Press the forehead down. Pelvis heavy, tops of the feet down. Inhale to lift the chest up. Pelvis heavy, shoulders away from the ears. Inhale to lift your toes up. Pelvis is heavy, so the lower back is long. Either hands down or hands float up. Either hands by the sides or interlace the fingers behind the back. Squeeze shoulder blades towards each other. Maybe you can bring the heels of the hands together and then the knuckles pull towards your heels. If you want to add on a little bit more, bring the inner thighs, the inside of the feet together. Keep pointing out through your toes. And when you realize you're not breathing anymore, ease off. You've gone too far. One more breath. Then release. Hands under the shoulders. Inhale through the knees or plank. Exhale back to downward facing dog. For 3 breaths. Use your next exhale to look forwards. Make your way to the top of the mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale, stretch up, reach up. One more time through, exhale to fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, back to a plank. With an inhale here. Exhale, lowering onto your belly. Hands under the shoulders, forehead down, pelvis heavy, tops of the feet down, and then the elbows hug in towards the sides, so the chest is open. Now float the feet up, point out through the toes. Lift the chest up. Make yourself a bit longer from your toes to the crown, shoulders away from the ears. And then press the palms down, press the fingertips down, and pull the heart through. Flying cobra. 3 more breaths. On your exhale, release. Inhale, come up to all fours. Exhale, rounding into cat, chin to chest. Press the mat away, hold it here. A few breaths into the back. Now sit back, seat to heels for child's pose. Smooth out the breath. Remember your intention. Walk your hands in, come up to sit. We're going to set up for camel. Bring the knees towards each other. You can stay seated or come up onto your shins. I like to measure 2 fists between the knees, so the knees are roughly hip width. Either tops of the feet down or toes tucked. Press the hands into the lower back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Push the hips forward so the hips are over the knees. Lift the chest up. Lift the chin up. Maybe you look up a little bit more. Keep pushing the hips forward. You can hold it here, or you bring your hands. Both hands are either on your heels or on your back, not kind of flopping around. You're either here or maybe you're here. So if you can keep the neck nice and long, not grinding the teeth, still breathing. You've got 2 more full breaths here. Good. Now, if the hands are not there, bring them onto the back. Lift up. Sit down. Rest the palms face up on your lap. Close the eyes. And just lengthen the lower back. Release the tailbone down. Breathe through these sensations that come up. We're going to come up one more time. So either seated or come up onto your knees, either tops of the feet down or toes tucked. Hands supporting the lower back, either way. Open the chest. Start to lift the breastbone up, lift the chin up. So we want that nice long curve, not crunching into the lower back or the back of the neck. Lift up and lengthen, then you lean back any amount. Either hands on the back or hands onto your heels. Keep pressing the hips forward. And if it's truly comfortable for your neck, you might let the head hang, but not if that hurts or if there's any crunching going on. So quite active through the legs. You've got 2 more big breaths here. When you're ready, bring the hands back onto the lower back. Sit up, and then sit down. Seat to heels. Palms turned up. Close the eyes. Breathe through it. Feel all that goodness. The big back bend, but it's a really big opening for the front of the body as well. And come forward to all fours. Exhale to cat pose, rounding the back, chin to chest. Then come back to a neutral spine. Tuck the toes under, push back to downward facing dog. On your next exhale, look forwards. Step to the top of the mat. Take a halfway lift. Inhale. Fold in with your exhale. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands to heart. Find your breath. We're going to move into tree. The root down through your left foot. Lift the right knee up. So either the right heel could rest just above your ankle, little kickstand, or the foot comes onto your calf. Maybe the foot comes to the inner thigh. So wherever you are, just check that the hips are level. The right knee opens up. You can stay just like this, or extend the arms up and out. You can stay still, or we'll start to sway gently in the breeze from side to side. Go with the wobbles. And then hold it in this side stretch. Right arm down, left arm reaches up and over. Come back up. Bring the hands into prayer. Right knee forwards. Release the right leg down. Shake it out if you need to. And we'll switch sides. Right foot roots down. Left foot in the same position as the first side. Stabilize here. Press the left foot into the right leg into the left foot. Stay like this. Or we're going to grab an interlace behind the back. Open the chest. Pull the knuckles down, squeeze the shoulder blades together, hold it here, or you start to move into your back bend looking up. Still breathing. Then look forwards. With the wobbles, bring the hands to the heart. Left knee forwards. Release. Shake it out. And then we meet in Tadasana at the top of the mat. Close your eyes. Feel the effects of the balancing pose, the back bend. Bring the big toes to touch, or the feet are hip width. Inhale to reach up. Exhale to fold forwards. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale straight back to downward facing dog. Inhale, lifts the right leg up, three-legged dog. Exhale, step through for a crescent lunge. The back knee stays up. Rise up, reach up. Crescent lunge. So that deep bend into the front knee, make your adjustments. Strong legs. One round of cactus. Inhale to squeeze the shoulder blades together, open the chest. Exhale to reach up. Inhale to warrior two, back heel down, open hips and arms. Flick the front palm and reverse, reach up, take it back. Side angle pose, forearm to thigh, windmill the left arm up and over. On your next exhale, look down, place the hands down, you're in a lunge. Kick back, three-legged dog. Now you choose, you can rest, you can move through some kind of vinyasa, you can modify, you can make it more snazzy. And when you're ready, we meet in downward facing dog. Stabilize the breath. Moving on to the second side with the breath. Inhale, lift the left leg up. Exhale to step the left foot through. Inhale for your crescent lunge. Take another breath here. Cactus arms. Inhale, open the chest, look up. Exhale, reach up. Inhale, warrior two. Flip the front palm, reverse. Side angle. Right arm up and over, a long line from your right fingers to the back foot. Exhale, look down, hands down. Three-legged dog, kick back. You choose, move through a flow or take your rest. So whatever you're doing, full awareness on your breath. Then we've got 3 full breaths. On your next exhale, look forwards, step or hop to the top and take a halfway lift. Forward fold, exhale, grab another breath here, let the head go. Make your way up to stand, either curling up or lifting up with a long spine. When you're up, use an inhale to stretch up. Exhale, hands to heart. Smooth out the breath. We're going to move into another standing balance, dancers. So you want to bring your right hand out to the right, bend the right knee, grab the right foot from the outside, maybe the inside, that's more of an opening for the shoulder. I'll take it from the outside, and then flex that foot so that it's engaged. And that right knee is pointing straight down. So you're in that quad stretch already. Right knee points down, not out to the side, down. Reach your left hand up, just in that quad stretch. And you could stay as you are. Or if you want to take it further, start to lean the chest forwards. Kick that engaged foot into the right hand. Reach the left hand forwards. Any amount, but keep the hips square. Drop the right hip down, not opening up to the right. Keep breathing. One more full breath. Very nice. Use your inhale to rise up, reach up, and then release. Tadasana at the top of the mat, arms by the sides. Good. Shake it out if you need it. Feel what's coming up. And then we move on to the second side. The root through your right foot. Bend the left leg. Grab the foot to the ankle, your trousers. Left knee points down. You should feel this stretch through the hip, through the quad. Right hand reaches up. A little bend in your right knee. And then start to kick the left foot into the left hand and you reach forwards. Kicking, reaching. With this left hip not opening. What? Left hip points down. Hips are square to the floor. Keep going to your expression of the pose. A couple more breaths. On your inhale, stand up, reach up, then release. Mountain pose at the top of the mat. Feel what you feel. And smooth out the breath. Come back to that default setting. The even inhale and exhale. We're going to flow through one more time and come down onto the mat. Moving together. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Stick your bum out, lengthen spine. Exhale, hands down. You could go straight to down dog if you wish, or to plank if you want to flow through. And inhale in your plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale for your back bend. Exhale to down dog. The next inhale, come forwards into a plank. Now, be very strong here. Strong hands, push the mat away. Strong arms, shoulders, core, legs, feet and toes. Now start to bend the elbows slowly and lower, all the way down, onto your belly. Sphinx. pin the elbows directly under the shoulders. So in case anybody is doing that, it's not that. The arms, the elbows straight under your shoulders like you're reading a book. Forearms make an 11 shape and the fingers spread out. And then push down to lift the chest up, crown of the head lifts up. Pelvis is heavy, legs are long and strong, and you're breathing here. If you would like to add in a neck release, drop the chin down to the chest, but don't suddenly scrunch the shoulders around the ears. Keep pushing them out away. Just release the chin down. You can hold it here. Move the chin over towards the right shoulder. Keep the shoulders down. Bring the chin back through center and over to the left. Relax the shoulders down. Bring the chin back to the chest. Lift the head up. And you can stay here, or if you want to add on a little bit more, take the hands slightly out to the sides, press into the palms and lift your elbows up. But that should not create any discomfort in the lower back. You don't lock the arms out, you just straighten them any amount. We're here for a couple more breaths. Legs are strong, toes pointing. And then release. Bring the hands under your forehead. Let the head rest. Turn the heels out, toes in. Deep breaths. If there's any holding in the lower back, then breathe more deeply into those tight spots. We're gonna bring the hands under the shoulders, push up through the knees or plank or down dog. We're going to move into pigeon. So the right knee comes behind the right wrist on the right side of the mat. And then the right foot can move towards the left side, but it might be right down by your groin. I always use a block under my hip, and that takes the weight out of my knee. So set yourself up here. You should be able to support yourself without wobbling over to one side. If this doesn't feel good for you, you can come onto your back and take figure 4. Inhale to puff up the pigeon chest. And then exhale, come down. You can stay up on your hands or come down onto your forearms. Maybe the forehead comes down. Wriggle your left foot out behind you. Square the pelvis off. Square the shoulders off. Here for 5 breaths. You'll start to lift up. Come up onto your hands. We're going to switch on to the other side. So however you want to get there, go ahead. You can move back through all fours or plank or down dog. Do another vinyasa if you like. But ultimately we meet in pigeon on the left. If you were on your back, you can just stay on your back and switch sides. So set yourself up. Find that stable point here. This right foot, the right toes point straight out behind you, not off to one side or the other. Inhale to puff up. Exhale to come forwards. And settle in. For 5 breaths. Lifting out. From here, we're going to make our way down onto our back. So you can go to down dog or fours, however you want to get there. But we will be meeting on our backs, pulling the knees into the chest. We'll bring the knees in. We'll take a little rock from side to side. Kind of press the knees away from you. So when you move from side to side, you feel that across the buttocks and the lower back. Then pull the knees in a little bit. So the back starts to round into the mat. And when you rock side to side, that's more across the middle of the back. And then you can squeeze them in a little bit more and work that a little bit further up the back. Imagine at least that it feels like a bit of a massage, a lot of back bending, so that should feel quite good. And then we'll come to center, hands on the knees, and we dial the knees in opposite directions. So push them away from you, out to the sides, in towards you, and continue with that circular movement. And we're going to switch directions. So pull the knees into you, push them out to the sides, round, away from you, and then back in. Continue. And your feet are just dangling. They're not helping to stir. They're not involved. We'll come to center. And we're going to take a twist. So either the legs stay together or you can cross your right leg over the left. And we bump the hips to the right, roll the legs to the left. Rest your hand on your belly, left hand on the belly, and then reach the right hand out to the right. One more breath. If the legs are crossed, unwrap, come back to center, and we'll switch sides. So either thighs together or the left leg crosses the right. Bump the hips to the left and roll the knees to the right. Press the right hand on the belly. Turn your chest up to the ceiling, reach your left hand out to the left. One more breath. Uncross the legs, come back to center. Gentle squeeze in. Soles of the feet together, knees wide. Rest one hand onto the belly, one hand on the heart. The eyes are closed. The body is heavy. Let go of the breath. Let go of the body even more if you can. And stay in this position or move into Shavasana. Whichever position you choose for your final relaxation. Quietly adjust into it. And start to let the body settle. With each exhale, imagine you're getting more and more relaxed. With each exhale, letting go of any physical effort. We'll take a few minutes to be still and quiet. And I will let you know when it's time to come out of the practice. If you have time, stay in Shavasana for as long as you wish. If you're ready to come out, start to deepen the breath. When you're ready, bring some movement back into the body. Move in the way that comes natural to you. And then bring the knees in. Let yourself roll to one side and make your way up to sit. Bring the hands into prayer in front of the heart. And bring the awareness inwards. Feel the practice in the body. In the mind. In the breath. Bring the thumbs to the third eye. Remember your intention. And bow the head to the heart to seal the practice. Namaste. Thank you, everybody.